Yes, Liberal Party newsreels present John Howard, a modern man for a modern nation. Dateline Canberra, and tributes flow in from across the empire as John Howard celebrates his 11th year in office. But despite his years of experience, John Howard is anything but yesterday's man. He's a modern leader for a modern nation. When she arrived in Darwin, Afghan refugee Yasmina had nothing, but now, thanks to the generosity of the Australian government, Yasmina has a brand new home. Indonesia. Yes, we don't like greasy foreigners much in John Howard's Australia. Yes, modern John Howard understands the needs of today's families. Don't worry about the mortgage, Mr. Bloggs. We'll keep interest rates at record lows. No worries, Cobber. Mr. Rudd says the government is out of touch, but here's modern John Howard talking about wireless access for children. And he says children shouldn't listen to the wireless, it'll distract them from their homework. Now who's out of touch, Mr. Rudd? Yes, and here's Mr. Howard using one of those newfangled computer machines to send telegrams and watch newsreels. It sounds like something out of science fiction, but mastering new technology is all in a day's work for modern John Howard. Dateline Benelong, and it's an exciting time for all as John Howard unveils his plan for the nation's future. Isn't that inspiring? Yes, and here's one of Mr. Rudd's socialists talking about education. I think education should be affordable. Go back to Moscow, comrade. There's no room for socialist claptrap in John Howard's Australia. Yes, and here's the glamorous Jeanette Howard, come to talk about her modern marriage and Suds Wonder Soap. But don't stand around gabbing for too long, Mrs. Howard. You better go home and get your husband's dinner ready, hadn't you? Yes, and with a glamorous young couple like the Howards in charge, no wonder young people are optimistic. But don't take our word for it. Let's see what this young Liberal thinks.
I think John Howard understands my issues.
Yes, John Howard, the voice of youth in modern Australia. Brisbane, and John Howard warns Australians to be on guard against the Rudd peril. Backed by the Reds in Beijing, the Rudd invasion could start at any time, sweeping down from the north to endanger Australia's freedom. Join John Howard and the Liberal Party as they fight to defend Queen and Country from Rudd's Reds. John Howard's Australia, peaceful, prosperous and democratic, and if you don't like it, you can fuck off.